Me and Molly does represent this country here to the end. Take charge, me and you in charge.
We gonna big at the boss lady.
Whoa,
Make some noise for European. Why? Put the flags in the air, flags in the air.
I like how me and Molly does represent this country here to the end. Take charge, me and you in charge. Big up me up, you didn't be confidence and strength. Experience, excellence and take charge, me and you in charge. I feel all the war gonna stop, cause inflation licking me up, but we just strong all the we built up. My main baby, listen up. Come here, it's family, me as a friend. You see me action and get it again. We're in my red day and we're in the day. Call I like how me and Molly does represent this country here to the end. Take charge, me and you in charge. Big up me up, you in the confidence and strength. Experience, excellence and say, take charge, me and you in charge. You in charge, you is the boss. Common crisis, clearing chaos. But in the work, you do the job and she got my trust. That is enough. Why? Me here for me. Why? Me here for me. Why? Leading the country firm and steady. Come, I like how me and Molly does represent this country here to the end. Take charge, me and you in charge. Big up me up, giving me confidence and strength. Experience, excellence and say, take charge, me and you in charge. I feel all the war gonna stop, cause inflation licking me up, but we just strong all the we built up. My main baby, breaking up. Come be here, it's family, me as a friend. You see my action, I get it again. We're in my red day and we're in the day. Call I love me and Molly does represent this country here to the end. Take charge, me up, you in charge. Big up me up, leading the confidence and strength. Experience, excellence and strength. Take charge, me up, you in charge. Me and Molly does represent this country here to the end.
Prime Minister. We are Amor Mottley.
Whoa. I like how me and Molly does represent this country here to the end. Take charge, me up, you in charge. Big up me up, giving me confidence and strength.
Let me hear what you
Experience, excellence and say, take charge, me up, you in charge. I feel all the war gonna stop, cause inflation licking me up, but we just strong all the we built up. My pain baby, breaking up. Come be here, it's family, me as a friend. You see my action and get it again. We're in my red day and we're in the day. Call I like how me and Molly does represent this country here to the end. Take charge, me up, you in charge. Big up me up, giving me confidence and strength. Experience, excellence and say, take charge, me up, you in charge. You in charge, you is the boss. Common crisis, clearing chaos. But in the work, you do the job and she got my trust. That is enough. Why? Me you for me. Why? Me you for we. Why? Running the country firm and steady. Cause I like how me and Molly does represent this country here to the end. Take charge, me up, you in charge. Big up me up, giving me confidence and strength. Experience, excellence and say, take charge, me up, you in charge. I feel all the war gonna stop, cause inflation licking me up, but we just strong all the we built up. My main baby, breaking up. Come be here, it's family, me as a friend. You see my action and get it again. We're in my red day and we're in the day. Call I like how me and Molly does represent this country here to the end. Take charge, me up, you in charge. Big up me up, giving me confidence and strength. Experience, excellence and say, take charge, me up, you in charge. I like how me and Molly does represent this country here to the end. Take charge, me up, you present this country here to the end. Take charge, me up, you in charge. Big up me up.
Let bite. I hear you. You tell me take charge and I shall take charge from now. Labour family, I want to thank you and all Barbadians for coming out in your numbers to hear Jekyll Hall St. Lucie. You know, this is the third time that I start a campaign as leader of this great party. But this is the first time that I do it on the day that is acclaimed to be special for one of our national heroes, the father of independence, Errol Walton Barrow. And we have come to St. Lucie for two reasons. One, to pay respects to the birthplace of Mr. Barrow. And two, to be able to support the start of this campaign from the top of this island with our brother Peter Phillips as we go forward today. It has not escaped me that when I first came to you 2 elections ago, Barbados was a very different place. Can you remember? Barbados was a place where people had lost hope, where sewage was running, where people's pockets were completely empty, and the country completely broke. We told you that we would do some things because they were mission critical. You know, when a patient is bleeding out, the first thing you got to do is stop the bleeding. And we told you that when we stopped the bleeding, that we would work hard to resuscitate this country and to give you hope and opportunity again. I stand here tonight not forgetting in any way the condition from which we have come. Because the day you forget where you have come from is the day you are liable to repeat the mistakes of the past. On the last occasion on which we met, we couldn't get together like this as easy as this because it was in the middle of what? COVID. And coming outside was a luxury. And when you did, people still had masks. And tonight, we have come to Checker Hall to let you know fully, we outside. But we have come to Checker Hall to also let you know that this is a country at work, and the mission which you gave us to transform this nation is fully under course. Anybody flying over Barbados will believe that this whole island is almost a construction site. Roads being done, water mains being dug up, houses being built, hotels being built, all kinds of activity. But I have come to you to tell you that the mission which we undertook from you was so large that in spite of everything else, we are still on course to getting there, but we are not quite there yet. And therefore, at the beginning of this campaign, on Errol Barrow Day, we come to you for the first time to report for duty and to ask you for the most sacred of things, your permission to continue the job. And your permission is given not just by your turning up on events like this in your thousands. Your permission is given when 3 weeks from today exactly, you will go to the polls in this country and choose who you want to continue. party whose only success is to destroy the legacy of Errol Walton Barrow in spite of his forming that party. Or you can choose a party that has seen you, that has said to you, there will be no more sewage in the streets, that has said to the public servants in this country who did not get a wage increase for almost 10 years, that we have come and we have given you 3 wage increases in 7 years. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Who looked at those working for the least among us, shop assistants, gas station workers, people who up until a few years ago were still earning $6.50 an hour, and who tonight as we speak are earning $10.50 an hour. And I want to thank Colin Jordan. The minimum wage order was gazetted last night in time to ensure that you are properly paid. These are not promises. Promises are comfort to a fool. These are real things achieved. And I told you last week, Saturday, that increase works out to be over $135 a week more for those people. And just as we took pensioners in this country and lifted them up when people said you couldn't do it, you would break the NIS. And we did it. And we did it also now for the people at the bottom. But the rest of you who pay taxes in this country, each of you now pay less taxes in Barbados because of this Barbados Labour Party government. And for those who own land, some of you don't pay tax at all, and everybody else got the land tax reduced. We didn't only see the money. We turned around and we looked at your condition. And women who are here, we say to you that yes, we have a problem with us not having enough people being born in this country. And the first thing we did last year was to increase the maternity leave by another 2 weeks. And then we said it can't be fair to only focus on women alone because they're the only women that have children. Men have children in this country. And how is it that it takes a woman now to give a man paternity leave in Barbados? What a thing. But you and I know as women that we are nurturing, and we see people and we feel people and we hear people. And we know that the men are as important in that child's life as a mother who gave birth to that child. This is a Barbados Labour Party that has cared for you. But I want to even contextualize this campaign a little more for you. I only pick a few things to remind you of what the journey has looked along the way like. But my friends, we live in a different world than when we were elected in 2018. And even in 2022, January, 4 years ago, many of you have seen that the world is at war with itself. And this election campaign is not simply about the other things that we would normally have in a campaign. It is about your future and the future of this country to remain independent and to remain capable of charting its own affairs. It is about our ability to be able to do the best that we can do for you. And I want us to remember this, because this government will always focus on the small things. That is why many of you are complaining about the disruption of traffic and the inconvenience of dust. But you and I know that you can't build without dust. You can't build without disruption. And when I tell you that this is a country That is a work in progress. It is in progress because we have a destination that is sweet and a destination that will lift you high, high, and higher. But at the same time as we focus on those things, at the same time as we come to you, the people of St. Lucie, and we told you a year ago that we would take care of you while we take care of the brown water. We didn't make idle promises. We told you that we would pay your basic water rate here in St. Lucie and the affected residents of St. Peter, because that is a government that sees you, feels you, and hears you. And since April 2025, count with me, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. And I asked you to give me until the end of March when we started. You heard Peter Phillips, in whom I am well pleased, come on this platform and tell you about the amount of water mains that are being dug up all over St. Lucie. And the fact that the Water Authority has had to be working to reinstate where the mains have gone down. He may not have spoken about the fact that we are also putting in new filters at Allendale. And while it is nowhere near perfect, we have seen residents in different parts of this parish start to be able to respond that the brown water that they had is no longer as brown and no longer as bad as it used to be. I give you this as an example of what a journey in progress looks like. You and I know that everybody cannot be at the top at the same time. And that if I were to say, come, let's eat some food here, and 100 of you are there, at most I could do is dish out 2 or 3 people at the same time, or 4 or 5. But we know that there's enough food for everybody to eat in this country. And that is the message as it relates to us being able to complete the water mains and the roads in St. Lucie, or the roads all about the country. During this campaign, you will get a detailed account, because let us not forget that when we came to office, the treasury was broken. It was empty. Look, it was like this. Not a cent. And we had to build back money to start the work. At the same time we were doing that, we told you, don't fret, don't fret. If you got children that at university or the polytechnic or community college, while we doing everything else, send them back to school, because we don't want them standing home and frustrated that they can't get in school because the Democratic Labour Party put fees on them. At the same time we were doing that, we went and for the first time in over 20 years, buy buses, to the point where this country now has over 121 electric buses. Air conditioned, Wi-Fi. And you better don't run in the road unannounced it coming along without any. At the same time that we were doing all of that, we went and buy garbage trucks. 55 garbage trucks. What foolishness are you really hearing about people in this? This is the same time you get the wage increase, you know. This is the same time that we had to turn around and do stuff and build a new accident and emergency at the hospital. Could you imagine if the hospital had to deal with COVID with the old casualty, with the physical distancing? What COVID would have run through this country and lick up so many Bajans. But I want you who are listening to my voice to recognize that with all of that, and with dealing with the cost of living, shielding you, taking in less money in taxes from a whole host of goods that we take out, and we say, no, do not tax them food items. And we come back last year again and put in stew beef and Horlicks and Sega and pineapple and other fruits and food. And I come back in October and I tell you, take out also anything to do with babies. Because anybody who got a baby know how hard it is to go and buy the baby food and the Pampers and all of that. Take the taxes off of all of them too. While we did all of this, my friends, the world has been changing around us. And one of the reasons we chose today to come to talk with you is because I asked myself, what is it that Errol Barrow would have done today in 2026? Because I note that you cannot get Ralph Thorne or anybody in the Democratic Labour Party to speak about the world in which we live and the extent to which it is having an impact on us. When you hear me talk about climate, you went through the freak storm. Some people here in St. Lucie, St. Peter, St. James, St. Andrew, St. Joseph, lost houses, lost roofs, St. Philip. And 2 weeks after the freak storm, you had Hurricane Elsa. Year before last, sorry, you had Beryl. And the whole West Coast beaches get licked up. Not to mention the fishing industry get decimated. And the whole fishing harbor get licked up. Why is climate important? The first 6 months of the year, 3 years ago, we had a drought. And the truth is, you heard Santia talk about the intensity of the rain. Peter will tell you about the flood that we had in St. Lucie about 4 or 5 years ago. That when I went up behind the back of Darrell Jordan's school and saw how flooded it was, they told us that St. Lucie never accustomed to that kind of rain. But then you also saw, my friends, you ever see warships anywhere in the Caribbean before? But you have warships all about. And you have planes, you know them fighter jets and bombers, flying all through Caribbean airspace, to the point that on the day that they took out Maduro, they had to stop all planes from flying coming out of the US. And which is the country that's get the most tourists that's closest to Venezuela? Is it Guyana? Is it Trinidad? Is it Grenada? It is Barbados. So when I tell you that these things affect you, and when the tourists stop coming, we learned in COVID what happened to the farmers. Nobody to buy the excess goods. We learned what happened to the taxi men. No people buying or getting rides. No money coming into the pockets. We learned what happened to the hotel workers. And even here with this thing with Maduro, the cruise ships could not move out on the same day. I want us to study these things. And during the course of this campaign, we will have some conversations. But tonight is not the full night for that, other than to say that the imagery of the Democratic Labour Party and Ralph Thorne not finding common purpose with Errol Barrow's legacy and Errol Barrow's principles is the strongest possible reason why you must leave them one side at the side of the road and forget about them. They are simply not ready. And you will do a favor to many of the Dems who believe that Ralph Thorne is not a genuine leader of the Democratic Labour Party. I want to tell you, not even I would send Ralph on you. Not even me. So that you have the opportunity now to recognize that in the small things, this party will meet you. In the things that protect your pocket, this party will meet you. In the things that give you a chance to own land or houses in this country, this party will meet you. In the things that provide for your comfort as a family, this party will meet you. We have taken the 1,000 most vulnerable families and we have said, we will work to lift you up and to make sure that you can become independent in this country. In the large things across the world, you only have to turn on BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera, and see what we are facing. And I say to you that we will not resile from the task. We will not resile. In the words of our president, there shall be no retreat. No retreat. And onward we will go. I want to ask Peter Phillips to come to this platform if he is nearby. Peter. And I ask you, up to the day before I was in Broomfield walking with Peter, this man, in spite of everything that he has had to go through recently, with the loss of two close brothers, and anybody who knows the family knows that this is a close-knit family. And Peter, you have been making representation for your people from the water to the roads, to the facilities. And I want you to know in this parish that when you see Peter Phillips, you see Amor Mottley. We are coming, as the words of Lead Pipe, to take charge and to continue. And I am asking you, I don't want to hear that you all gonna win. I don't need to bestir myself. I don't want to come out. We need your vote. We need your permission. That is what a mandate is. And as I stand here with Peter tonight, I shall equally stand with 28 more candidates across this country in the next 21 days. Because it has now started officially. We have until Monday to make sure that your names are on the list. If you don't know, pick up your phone and go and text ebc.gov.bb and put in your ID number in the box. And your name, if you are registered, will come up. If you don't see your name, come to any Barbados Labour Party campaign office and check it. Or you can go to the Boundaries Commission yourself. But I want you to check it, because this is not a time for persons to be lagging. Because when you lag, you will end up sometimes outside and you have no control of what happens. And as for the people of St. Lucie, Liz Thompson said it better than I could ever say it. Fair is fair. If you feel you owe Ian something, go and put down a little something at the funeral home for when your time comes, because he can have your body. But give Peter Phillips your vote and allow him to make you live better until such time comes. I know that this is just the beginning. And I know that we will continue to do well by you. This Barbados Labour Party has never professed to be perfect. But we are good for Barbados, and we are good for you, and we are good for all of us. And if you feel like that, like me, and if you feel like Lead Pipe that I should take charge, and if you feel like Blood and Mikey, that me for you and me for me and me for all of we, then I ask you tonight, help us build the the victory. Help us not take anything for granted. Help us be confident but not arrogant. Help us go from house to house to house to house. Help us explain that this is a mission in progress, and that with a mission in progress, there are ups and downs, there are disruptions and dust and inconvenience. But we all know that when we get to the destination, we shall be singing a loud and glorious song. Thank God that we will have reached there with as many of us feeling better, being more prosperous, being more resilient, but above all else, being big and strong. Let me hear you being what? Big and strong. So my friends, join us. 21 days will come and go fast, Peter. 21 days, start the countdown. And every night that I speak to you from this platform, we shall be counting down, because we know we have done the work. We are on the journey. And all we need is your permission to continue to take charge. Good night and God bless you, the people of St. Lucie, the people of Barbados, and Barbados Labour Party. On to victory, we must go. Thank you.
When the BLP in power, we smiling again. Let your people represent with your hand in the air. Put them up, put them up, put them up, put them up. Hey, put them up.
Election is the time we love to meet up with all my friends. Once me Amor Mottley and peace out there, the country man. See your people, put them up in the air. Represent with your hand in the air.
Put them up, put them up. Hey, we will see it strong with pride in challenging times. When we come together, the country does come for you, me, we, and the BLP party.
It could be COVID or a threat. Me and God be set. His action you want, then real action you go get. Because you, me, we, are the heart of the country.
Let me go.
Show me the bomb, show me the bomb. Pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. 'Cause we got the team that winning, every single body winning, every G and vibe winning. Put them up, put them up.
Every single man and woman I see is either here. Stand up for this country.
We see it every day. Asian people represent. Put your heart.
Let me see ya. Put 'em up. Put 'em up. Put 'em up.
My team is equal and full of hype and energy. When we link up, Barbados goes far. That's a guarantee. BLP people represent. Put your heart in the air.
Stand up.
Show up. Leadership is strong with pride in challenging times.
When we come together, the country must come.
'Cause we are for you,
Me, we, and the BLP party.
It could be open or a threat.
Yeah.
Me and God we set. His action you want, then real action you go get. Because you, me,